Hey everyone, welcome back to Patriot Ridge Farm. So, a little bit of an absence for me here. I haven't got a video out in about 4 weeks or so. Just been busy. I've taken a couple weeks off from work, as I do every hunting season. I did get to go out a couple times. Unfortunately, the weather turned very cold. It pretty much stayed in the 20s. And the usual pattern that any of the deer follow was completely off. So I got a shot off on one, but it was so far out, I just didn't hit my mark. But anyways, still got a couple more chances to get out to get some hunting done. I have been focused on getting a lot of stuff done in the house. We've been trying to reorganize our basement and just try to get more usable space down there. So that's been an ongoing project, and just other things, and spending time with the family, because, you know, you're so busy all the time with your regular job and then farm chores and everything. So I just took advantage of the couple weeks. Also, I have a partially frozen shoulder that I've been having to go get therapy for, and don't know why or how it happened, but it started over about a course of about 3 or 4 days. And don't be grumpy. And it got to the point where, man, I couldn't turn my head, I couldn't raise my arm, I couldn't do anything. So I got into the chiropractor because I wasn't going for this whole drugs and surgery bit, and he's been working really hard. He brings a sweat on himself and makes me sweat when he's doing it. It was daggone. And I've already had 3 surgeries on one shoulder. I don't want to get into that cycle again on the other. So that's limited a lot of what I can do. I've still kept up with my chores during the freezing temperatures. Of course, now I've got like 700-800 feet of hose stretched out across the property here to water my animals with, and I water them from the well. And of course, freezing temperatures, hose setting on the ground, it's going to freeze. So they all needed watered, and I came out here and I had to take in each individual section apart, break up the water, or break up the ice and everything like that, and work through that through each individual section. And finally, after about 4.5 hours, I was able to get all the hose cleared, get water flowing, and get my animals watered. So now I just take it apart at each section when I'm done watering. I don't have to worry about it right now because we're not supposed to have freezing temperatures again for a few weeks. But I just make sure it drains out, and if I have to, I'll just come out and reattach each section and get the watering done. So they're all caught up anyways. I come out here to feed the 3 adult pigs, the 2 sows and the boar, because everybody else I got caught up on yesterday. The greenhouse, I've been looking at irrigation kits and everything like that, so I've got to get that planned out. The NRCS actually sent me just a diagram of some plans and stuff I can kind of build off of, and I've just been looking at the kits and everything. I'm probably going to mow down the cover crop right around the first week of January, get it all covered up. I got those billboard vinyl tarps, and I'll cover the whole inside of it and let it compost down for a few weeks, probably about 6 weeks, honestly. And that way it'll compost in real good, and then I can start building my rows and everything like that and be ready for the planting season. And I'm really hoping to get some wood chips right around that same time, so I can put wood chips in between my rows, and that way that gives us a walkway through where we're not constantly walking in wet soil, and it can compost down, and I can always incorporate it as it continues to compost down. The chipper that I bought, we still need to do some work and stuff on. Just time and weather hasn't been real conducive to that. So I'm sitting here making a bunch of excuses for you, telling you what I have and haven't got done. But again, you know, you have to take time for the family. You have to spend time with the kids and the wife and everything like that. And you have to take care of your household. You really do. So there's just been a lot going on. Did have a meeting on the mine site there last week. They were talking about, I think there's 120,000 pounds of, or rather 60 tons of the sediment and stuff that they've dredged out of the ponds and the wetlands. And they actually still have a little bit more to do on that last pond that tested very high in heavy metals and everything. And we had a meeting as to whether they were going to bury it on site on the property. Their presentation was, we'll dig a hole, you know, really deep. We'll encapsulate it with, we'll line it with clay, put the sediment and stuff in there, cover it with clay and kind of encapsulate it, and then put like 3 or 4 feet of soil on top of it. That way it'll never leach out. It'll never. And I said, no. I said, at this point, as bad as that stuff is, I don't want to even consider the fact that in the future there's potential risk of that stuff making it up into the surface, or the root system that's going down in from the forage and stuff that I'll have on my pastures. I don't want a bunch of heavy metal cows out there in the future, or lambs. So I said, haul it off site, take it to a landfill, whatever you need to do, just get it out of here. So that is the plan. They are looking at some other options or locations and stuff where they can get rid of it, but not on our property. So that has been decided. The classes have been doing well. The Your Food from the Ground Up, working with the West Virginia Department of Agriculture, Veterans and Heroes to Agriculture. This past Saturday we were in Romney, West Virginia, had a decent little turnout there. And then yesterday we were in Fairmont and had a good turnout there, and all these places want us to come back. They're going to actually help. So advertising kind of fell to the wayside a little bit because they were trying to get these classes scheduled. So there wasn't a lot of time to get the information out there, in a timely manner. And of course, during the holidays and deer season in West Virginia and everything like that. So a little bit better planning in the future. And hopefully we can get more interaction and more people attending. Everybody had good positive feedback through everything. We were able to get some produce from West Virginia farmers who were also veterans. So we had apples from a West Virginia orchard that's all veteran owned. We had butternut squash, we had sweet potatoes, we had applesauce that was from West Virginia apples and stuff, and also some butternut puree that was already processed and frozen and stuff like that we could hand out to people too. And they were very, very thankful to get that stuff. And just the whole purpose of it is just trying to get people to eat more local, support more local farms, and watch the industry grow. And honestly, I have seen so much just within our area here. As far as I know, we're the only one doing forested pigs in the area. I think most people still stick to the old, just lock them in a pen, let them live in mud, and feed them slop. But we are the only ones that I know of that's doing forest pasture-raised pigs. But I have come across at least 2 other places within 5 miles of my home that are now doing broiler chickens on pasture and chicken tractors and everything. And I see a lot more little homesteading type of stuff popping up around here, and I love to see that. And that's what we want to encourage. And not only does it get people more active, it gets them outside, it gets them in the sunshine, build up that vitamin D. It gets people access to cleaner, healthier foods grown in the soil that they live on, and hopefully spur more of a movement, especially in this area. I think 85% of West Virginia's agriculture is cows. So we want to see more of this, more of the gardens, the backyard chickens. We want to see more high tunnels going up. I know a lot of people are starting to get into that. The connections that I've had through the West Virginia food shed coordinator and the Department of Ag and stuff like that, there's been a big interest in it. The USDA, the NRCS folks have been down here. They come down 2 weeks ago and just wanted to kind of do a spot check and do like an engineering check of the high tunnel. And they had nothing but positive feedback. They were very happy to see it. They were excited to hear what we were going to be doing. So yeah, there's been a lot going on, and I apologize that I haven't gotten a video out. And I've been fighting this daggone thing. I'm actually finally right about to there. It's about the best I can get without some pretty decent muscle helping me push it up there. So we're trying to get that resolved. And I've been working through it. I mean, I'm still slinging feed bags and everything else. I have to. So I just have to do it more one-sided than I can, using both arms. So, it is what it is. It's that time of year. We can get more indoor stuff done this time of year instead of just sitting around, because of bad weather. I got more projects and stuff to do indoors. But we're going to continue, getting the greenhouse planned out and everything like that, and getting our production planned and everything like that for our crops and everything. I think probably right around the first week of January, we're going to start planting our seeds in the house and get them sprouted up real good. And I hope to be able to plant by the 1st of March. And that way we can get, depending on how the weather is, of course. Now, it's gotten cold enough in there that it killed my buckwheat off. The winter rye and the clover's still doing good, but the buckwheat didn't fare well. It got about 6, 8, 10 inches tall. and that temperature dropped and it got really cold outside. We got some snow and everything like that, and that buckwheat just wilted right up and it was done. So, oh well. Anyways, hey, I got those roots in the ground. That was the most important thing, is get those roots in the soil. So even though the plant died off, that's more organic or biological material in the soil. And I'll just make sure next year I plant a little bit sooner, probably a few weeks sooner. That way it gets good and established. We get some good roots in that soil and everything. So, yeah, it's just an ongoing process. I love to see more and more people interested in this. The class has really opened up people's eyes when you start talking about, you know, grocery store commercial type stuff, food miles, you know, the food recalls and everything like that because of salmonella, E. coli, and whatever else can contaminate them. And that we've had like 0 of those in West Virginia from West Virginia grown farmers. So that really that opens up people's eyes. And I think more and more people are seeing more and realizing more that food security is the ultimate, food security and safety, I should say, is the ultimate goal. And getting people interested in their state and in their producers and farmers now tends to be taking root, and we hope to see more of it. And that's the whole idea of our program as well, to just get people to buy more local, reduce food miles, and increase food safety and security. So I'll quit yapping here. My pigs are staring at me like I haven't fed them. So I'm getting a pig side eye, you know. But anyways, I'll try to get some more information out to you guys. I apologize. Like I said, I've just been having some things that I've been keeping me busy and keeping me tied up, and that's why I haven't got a video out. I'll try to get down to the mine site. We got some more rain coming. It's rained pretty much all day, and it started last night, so it's a muddy mess. I'm not going down there right now, and I'll try to get some video of the mine site and get some updates on it, how things are going. So anyways, stay prepared, stay free. God bless y'all.